At this point in the program, you've absorbed more knowledge about negotiation than most MBA students. But here's the catch: knowing isn't the same as doing. Babcock and Lashover's research is clear: women who role play before real negotiations perform better, feel stronger, and recover faster from rejection. Think of it like fitness. Reading about weight training won't strengthen your muscles. You have to lift, even if you start light. This part gives you a progressive, 6-week practice plan based on the Ask for It method. You'll also learn how to role play your toughest scenarios in a way that rewires your nervous system for calm, clarity, and courage. Why practice matters, especially for women. The first time you ask for more money, help, space, support, it might feel wrong. Eve Rodsky calls this the cultural hangover of female likability. We've been taught to equate agreement with kindness, compliance with value. That makes no feel like conflict. Even asking feels like tension. But through repetition, something shifts. You stop flinching. You start standing. You stop apologizing. You start proposing. You stop making it about you. You start making it about what's possible. Week by week practice, the confidence escalator. Each week builds on the last. Start wherever you are. The goal isn't perfection. It's exposure without emotional collapse. Week 1, ask for anything. Purpose: desensitize yourself to the act of asking. No stakes, no pressure. Examples: ask for an upgrade at a cafe. Ask a friend to swap seats. Ask for a discount, even if you know the answer is no. Ask a partner to take over a chore they normally don't do. Expected feelings: nausea, relief, power. Mantra: I'm allowed to ask even if the answer is no. Week 2, stretch your ask. Purpose: build tolerance for discomfort by raising your target. Examples: ask for a 20% raise on a freelance quote. Ask to lead a meeting you'd normally attend passively. Ask to skip a recurring commitment that drains you. Expected feelings: guilt, panic, adrenaline. Mantra: I'm allowed to take up more space. Week 3, seek rejection on purpose. Purpose: build rejection resilience. Learn it's survivable. Examples: ask for something outrageous and harmless. Can I get a 50% discount? Ask a senior colleague for coffee knowing they're busy. Ask for free add-ons when booking something. Expected feelings: fear, surprise, amusement. Mantra: rejection is feedback, not failure. Week 4, negotiate something real. Purpose: use all your tools, but na objective data, warm assertiveness. Examples: ask for a pay rise or title change. Renegotiate a home labor split. Ask a client to expand scope or raise your rate. Expected feelings: focus, tension, empowerment. Mantra: I negotiate because I respect myself and the other person. Week 5, revisit the no. Purpose: practice coming back to the table after a no. Examples: I've been thinking more about our last conversation. I'd like to revisit it with some new options. If the timing's not right, can we map a path toward yes? expected feelings, vulnerability, strength, flexibility. Mantra, no is not the end. It's the middle. Week 6, celebrate, reflect, reset. Purpose, cements the habit. Reflect on growth. Set new stretch targets. Examples, write a summary of everything you asked for. Track wins, even small ones. Choose one area of life to renegotiate next. Expected feelings, surprise, pride, readiness. Mantra, negotiation is now a part of who I am. How to role play effectively. 1. Choose your partner wisely. Someone supportive, honest, and ideally not in your actual workplace or home. 2. Start with the scenario. Use real context. I'm asking my manager for a 15% raise and new title after finishing a major project. 3. Assign roles. You play yourself. Your partner plays your boss, spouse, client. 4. Act it out with stakes. Use your real voice. No scripts after the first try. 5. Switch roles. See how it feels on both sides. 6. Debrief. Ask what worked, what flopped, what felt shaky, what felt powerful. Body and voice train your nervous system too. Rachel Jane Groover teaches that how you feel in your body during a negotiation is just as important as what you say. Use these regulation tools before or during power poses. Hands on hips, shoulders wide, eyes up. Anchor phrases. This is just a conversation. I can always walk away. Weighted objects. Hold a stone, bracelet, or grounding token during your ask. Voice warm-ups. Hum low tones to activate vocal resonance. Neurodivergent note. If verbal expression is hard, start by writing. Then speak it aloud until your body adjusts. Script templates for practice. 1. Salary ask. I've loved leading the team on project and hitting our goal. Based on my performance and market benchmarks, I'd like to propose moving my salary to $X. Can we discuss how to make that happen? 2. Domestic equity. I've been carrying a lot of the behind-the-scenes household load, things like groceries, scheduling, emotional care. I want to rebalance that. Let's look at how we can reassign these responsibilities. 3. Scope change at work. I want to do my best work here, and I think that means narrowing my focus. There are tasks I'm doing now that could be reassigned so I can double down on key priority. 4. Visibility upgrade. I'd like to take point on the next presentation and be the listed lead on the report. That reflects the level of input I've contributed and would help my long-term development. Reflective journaling. Practice makes identity. 1. What physical or emotional reaction do you experience when you think about negotiating? Describe it. 2. Which practice week feels most doable for you right now and which feels furthest away? 3. What's one real-world scenario you're willing to role-play with a trusted partner this week? 4. How would your life change if negotiation felt as natural as brushing your teeth? Main takeaway. Negotiation confidence is not something you wait to feel. It's something you build one micro-conversation at a time. And like any skill, the more you practice, the more natural it becomes, until it's simply who you are.